guys, and welcome back to erbsclass, man, for 5 more minutes of math. I'm glad you're back because we started that conversation on parabolas, so guess what we back to? Okay, there we go. That's exactly what it looks like. Now remember, this is called our parent function. This is the basic parabola, and all other parabolas that we graph will be some form of this one. Yeah, remember in the last video we talked about putting a number in front, remember? Yeah, exactly right. And remember what happens when that a value was negative? Yeah, flip that u upside down. Remember when a was bigger than 1? Yeah, we got a tall or narrow parabola. And when a was less than 1, yes, a short or wide parabola. Yeah. Okay, so now this isn't the only change that we can make. We can also take that parabola and move it around this graph. Like this. Okay, good. Back to our parent, back to our basics. So let's say I wanted to take that parabola and move it, I don't know, over there. Yeah, exactly right. Or what if I wanted to move it, I don't know, over here? The point is I can do that. And you know what? I don't even necessarily have to move the whole graph. Remember the most important point? The vertex. Yes. So if I just move that vertex, wouldn't I be moving the whole parabola? Yeah. Remember that. So when I make changes, when I move this parabola around the graph, the equation changes. It looks like this. Okay, so when we start to move our parabola from its home base, from that origin point, when we move it around, the equation is going to move too. Yeah, remember before we were talking about horizontal translations, sliding left to right? Remember, when there's a number in here with x, now this h and this k, those are going to be numbers in a regular parabola equation. So, but remember the way this horizontal translation works, we have to change the sign on that value. Good. Remember, when there's a number added or subtracted the x in here with the parentheses, that's a horizontal translation. We are sliding left to right. But because of that negative sign, we're going to change the sign to get the correct direction. I'll show you what I mean in a second when we put some numbers up in here. So, if this is a horizontal translation, what about this number that's going to happen outside the function after the set of parentheses? What you think that is? Exactly right. That's the vertical translation. That tells you how much we're going to move our graph up and down. And now because of this plus sign, you don't have to change anything. Whatever number that is, that tells us the direction and the amount in which we slide up or down. Now let's put some numbers in here so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so I got a 3 and a 4. Remember how this was a negative sign in the formula. So what that means is the number I'm after is this number right here, just the 3. Now, but looking at this, you might see a negative 3. That's why I have this change the sign reminder down here. Yeah. So if this is horizontal, I'm looking at a negative 3, but I remember to change the sign. That means I'm moving right 3. I would take my entire parabola and move it to the right 3 spaces on my graph. Now same for the vertical, except now we don't have to change the sign. So this positive means up 4. Exactly right. Exactly right. So I would take my entire parabola that started at the origin. I would move it right 3 spaces, up 4 spaces, and have my new parabola. Now wait a minute. If we're starting at the origin, where the coordinates are 0, 0, and I move right 3 and up 4, wouldn't those be the coordinates of my new vertex? Yes, it would. That's exactly why this is called, this is called vertex form. And the reason it's called vertex is because these two numbers give us the coordinates of the new vertex. Yes, but notice how it says negative h in the formula, but positive h down here in the vertex. So always remember to change the sign on that number that's in the parentheses with x. Let's do a real quick example. Okay, now we got some numbers in here. So let's see if we can find the new vertex of my new parabola, right? So here, this number in here with x is plus 3. Remember in the formula where it said minus h? So if this is a positive number, if I get a positive number as a result, doesn't it have to be minus a negative number? Which takes me back to my reminder. Change the sign on that number. So my vertex, my new vertex x value is good. And don't forget, that's also the equation of the axis of symmetry. Yeah, that vertex, that x value of the vertex is the same as the axis of symmetry. Oh yeah. So remember the y, we don't change. We don't change the vertical movement, so good. Man, I hope this helps understand this vertex form a little bit better. If you need some more practice, I got some coming up right after this video. Go ahead and check it out. I'll see you over there. Bye, guys.